This video is part of the series of short videos about the 7 decisions I made to pull myself out of a financial hole that I dug in Sydney in 2005, and was able to, through those 7 decisions and doing some work, was able to recreate the finances that we lost plus more. And this is really important. I was talking to my business partner just before about Anna Harris about how I felt. And it's really important, I think, to recognize that if you are spending time comparing yourself to other people, that you feel that other people are ahead of where you are in their finances, that feeling of negativity, or for me, it was when I lost everything that my wife and I had, that our family had. We got 2 daughters. They were very young then. When I lost everything, I felt an enormous weight of shame that I had failed. I was a failure. I felt that. I felt that I was unable to provide for my family. And the problem with that feeling is that it persisted for a long time, and I didn't have a mechanism to transform that negative feeling. I didn't have a way to move beyond that feeling. So it actually, that feeling of shame, the feeling of failure, just kept me stuck where I was for a long time. It kept me failing, because when I went to build systems to move forward, when I mean systems, new ways of thinking about how I'm going to achieve things in my life, the self-doubt would come in, the shame would come in, and it would hold me back. I try to start a lot of companies from the time that I lost everything. I tried to start, and I'd get to a point where I was overwhelmed with fear, with doubt, because of what I just experienced, and I'd just shelve the whole idea. They were probably all crap ideas anyway, but the point was, I remember thinking, I've started businesses before, and I got to a point where I just couldn't take another step with a new idea that I was trying to create. And the important thing is to understand that if you want to achieve anything in your life, then all you have to do is develop the right thought pattern. And if you've experienced something, a failure in a business and so on, then the thinking that got you to that is not going to be the same thinking that's going to take you beyond that failure pattern. So the 7 decisions that I made along the journey to financial independence, and so that took us past $1 million for a small business that we bought, and then did the same to take our personal finances way past the $1 million mark. So it's just learning to develop a system of a pattern for your mind. I call it the whole human operating system. The whole human operating system is based on 4 different areas of our life, and neither are more important than the other, but they cannot be you can't ignore them. Well, you can ignore them, but then you end up working too hard. That's the problem. So when you include all 4 areas of our whole human operating system, then we get different results. And the 4 parts are, we have an intuition that connects us with a higher power. That intuition is when we learn to become intentional with that. that intuition, and we are able to plug into the energy that runs the universe, we get different outcomes in our life, and they're radical. The second is understanding the faculties of our mind. So we've got two creative faculties in our mind: our intuition, which is connecting us to the source of everything, and our imagination, which enables us to create. Then we've got four faculties that enable us to focus our mind. Then we've got our emotional state, and the emotions actually cause us to behave. Our behavior gives us our results. So there's essentially two states of being, emotional states, and they connect it with our physiology. You're either in a connected, a proactive, thoughtful, curious state of being, where you're calm and relaxed. It lines up with your parasympathetic nervous system, or you're in fight flight. You activated your sympathetic nervous system, you shut down your ability to create, and you just go into fight, flight, freeze mode. And you can learn to manage that. You can learn to shift your attention. You can learn to teach your brain to have a bias for the calm and relaxed, the creative side of your being, where you're able to tap into your intuition intentionally. And then obviously we have our physical body, and our physical body comes armed with the senses. Now, senses, most people rely on that to live their whole life. They are part of our human experience, but they're not the whole part. And our physical senses don't tell us the whole story. Part of our life, and a big part of our life, is pre-created in our mind with the images that we hold in our mind. And some of those images form patterns, and they're decisions we made in the past. They are part of our habit system that we formed in the past. And as time goes on, those decisions we made in the past, those habits we formed in the past, the beliefs we formed in the past, and some of them are unconsciously formed, they don't suit the environment that we live in today. The world is changing at a rapid pace. We all know that, and often we need to upgrade this whole human operating system. So more videos are going to come in this series. We're about to share the first decision that Anne and I had to make. Anne and I, my business partner, we did a video together and share the first decision we made in our recovery independently. We were thousands of kilometers apart when it happened, and a couple of years apart when it happened. I lost mine in 2005. She had a huge financial issue happen in 2008. But we both recovered, and we believe we recovered for a reason, so that we can bring this information to you clear as a bell. This is what we did. I'm not saying that you have to do this. There's probably not going to be a book written about it. It's just, this is what we did. And it was simply, I boiled it down to 7 basic decisions. So I hope that helps. And I posted a video earlier on with Anne and I talking about what went through our minds when we had our financial hiccup. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed that.